Hi, my eyes are not grey in case you're wondering. They are very basic brown. I wish they were grey, but they are not. In case you're wondering, I just have these as my alternative to my glasses. But I love my brown eyes, so yeah. Yes, today we are talking. You click this, that means you signed up for that. Also, I feel there's a lack of greenery here, so I might as well, editing Anjali, please put a plant or something here so it feels better. Now it's better. Also, excuse me for any background noises because my folks are home and there's a construction going out right in front of my house during the corona crisis. Anyway, let's get started. So I wanted to film a get to know me kind of video, get to know me, but who the wants to know me? Like, who would want to know me? Like, why would you want to know me? Because my only audience are people that I inform who've been knowing me since I was 13 and awkward looking. So there's no point. Others who don't know me after these videos, they wouldn't want to know me anyway, so what's the point? Anyway, let's start with the get to know me. So I just want to tell you guys that I am Anjali. I haven't said that sentence in ages. Also, like, I have tried so hard to hide my identity, but there you go. I am Anjali. People call me AJ. I don't know, some people call me Anj, and that's fine. I live in Delhi. That is in India. And I'm not very sure what I want to do with my life, hence I have a YouTube channel. Probably a lot of you know that I had a YouTube channel already and it was called that was my YouTube channel, but I did not tell anybody about it because I thought it was very cringy. Like, this is not, I think that's no one wants to know more than that about me. So also I was searching through YouTube for these cursed sound and my 9th recommendation was July by Noah Cyrus. So that's that, I guess. So I've been living in Delhi for, I guess 7-8 years now, and I feel like I still hate it, just as much I used to hate it back then. But I don't know, people think that you live in Delhi. I mean, I have cousins who had never been out of Bihar because I belong to Bihar, and they used to think that I live in this place where there's no electricity cut, there are no mosquitoes. I would not know what mosquitoes are. They thought that there was never an electricity cut, which is funny because these days it's been horrible, trust me. Also, people thought that I was really dumb, which is true, but they thought that I was really dumb because I live in Delhi and they lived in smaller cities, and they thought that people who live in bigger cities are dumb, and hence they thought I was dumb. I guess it's because of the movies and the way movies portray like big city people to be. But trust me, in Delhi there are all kind of people, like people who do not see electricity for more than 5 hours a day, to people who fight for water. There are all kind of people in Delhi, and then to the people of South X. Hiya. So yeah, we have all sort of things here. It's not like it's not crazy. People think that living in Delhi is crazy, and no, it is not. It is very simple, very basic. In fact, I wish Delhi was a smaller place, so that because once you meet someone, there's hardly any chance that you're going to see them again, and it can be a good thing, but it can also be a bad thing. Like, why would you not want to meet someone that you enjoyed meeting? Maybe you can exchange numbers or something, but I don't know, coincidences are good. You can never meet same person again, usually. Also, people in Delhi are so westernized. I mean, this idea of them being, they feel like they live in America. Like, some of the people that I know, they feel like they live in America, which is great, but still very because the areas where people from villages have come and settled, look at them, how they're struggling in this and that, and you're just... A lot of the people that I know would be like, I just went to H&M and I went to like this, Forever 21, and I was like, yeah, I mean, I get that, there's nothing wrong with that, but just to me, it seems so pretentious. I feel like people think the same about me because sometimes I'm like, I saw that and it was so amazing, but Delhi has people from all these different cultures, although Punjabi culture is little dominant, but still Delhi has people from all these different cultures, and it feels like Delhi has its own culture now. Like the kind of autos that you find here, the kind of rickshaws that you find here, the kind of language that you find here, it's just in Delhi. So like 2 years ago, I had this, like almost 2 years ago now, I had this situation in the family where we could have moved to a smaller place in UP, and like I hate Delhi so much, like from the bottom of my heart, like I hate Delhi so much. I don't want to live here, I just want to go away. But that moment when I thought that I'll have to move away from here, like I've never stayed in the same city for like more than 2 years, but in Delhi, at that point of time, I'd lived in Delhi for like 5 years. But when the thought of leaving Delhi like actually started to settle in, I really got panicked. I'm like, no, like now that I've lived in Delhi, I really don't see myself living in a place which is any smaller than this. Like I want to go to some place, maybe Mumbai would fit better, because I want to go to a place that has free markets, that has ghatiya sasta bazaar, that has the road pe ganda khana, that has weird people roaming around on the road, that has pollution, bheed bhaad, kachra and all of that. Like I really want that. That's part of my life now. So I think that's how Delhi seeps into your mind and this and that. I sound such an a-hole saying all of that because a lot of people are living outside Delhi who are currently watching my video, and I know, I mean, life there is amazing. There must be amazing things out there, but still, like, since now I've lived in Delhi for like more than 5 years, I feel like Delhi is home. So, but still, I would like kill people to just move out of this place. Okay, so my parents are like watching Silsila and वहाँ पे नीला आसमान सो गया. Anyway, so this other day I was writing a letter to my future self. So this letter was written on 22nd of May and it is supposed to be delivered on my birthday next year in 2021. So I'm like really excited because I love that. I love reading letters from past or maybe my old diaries or something. I'm just that, but I'm sorry if I keep looking here because that's my screen and this is the camera and I just can't help but look at myself. Ew. Anyway, so this other day I was writing letter to myself and I'm like already so excited to open it on my birthday next year, and I keep writing things to myself, and I am planning to write one right now in the corona crisis time to give my future self this year on my birthday. And it's always so exciting. I mean, I have written letters to myself which I was supposed to open during this time, so like I have done that also, and it's always so amazing because I'm just not the same person that I was 2 years ago. Oh my god. I remember 2 years ago I wrote a letter to myself in 2020. Like it was 2018 I wrote a letter. It was 2017 or 2018. Yeah, 2017 it was because I graduated in 2018. Yeah, so I wrote my future self. There was no time limit, but it was like my future self in college. So the letter said something like, I don't know if you took a gap year, if you're in the first year, if you're in the second year, but I really hope that you're doing good because this is something like that, like you will make me feel proud and all of that. And it's really encouraging. I mean, when I write letter to myself, I treat that person like someone that I dearly love, and I write all the good things, like how much I care about this person and how much I want this person to be successful. And when I actually, like when the future becomes present and when I receive that letter, it feels so good to see that there was someone who loved you so much and who cared for you so much, and it was unconditional. Like I say things in my letter like, no matter what you're doing, just know that I know your real struggle and I know how you've been dealing things, which actually make me feel so good and warm. So I would recommend all of you to write letter to your future selves because it really is amazing. Maybe like I am someone who's very impatient, so I started writing myself, like because I would really want to write long-term letters because then you actually see the difference. But what I did was I used to write a long-term letter, and then I would write something for the short term, like a month. For example, before the college decision time, I wrote myself a letter saying something like, oh my god, I have not yet decided to college, I don't know what my career is gonna be, I can either be a doctor or be a journalist or be a business person. And that period of my life was like really topsy-turvy, and that's a whole new story for another time. It's very interesting. And after a month or two, when I actually started going to the college, when I read that letter, I was like I could like breathe and relieve that I was actually so thankful. I was living in such an anticipation back when I had to decide my colleges. Every day was like full of anxiety and, you know, suspicion and anticipation, what is gonna happen, this and that. So basically my concluding point would be, write your future self letters. It's totally worth it. It's worth the time. Just make sure to be realistic. Like 2-3 years ago, when I used to write myself letters, I used to address myself as if I should have won a war by then. That was not the case. I never won any war. Maybe I did, maybe I did not, but I always used to write something like that. Maybe my life has like completely changed and I have moved to New York or something like that, but that did not happen. Like I knew subconsciously that I was still going to be in the same house with same parents, and that is the truth. Like I thought that maybe I was going to Harvard or something with my trash can like grades. I actually thought I would go to Harvard. So I used to address things, I used to say things like that, but I really, like, now I'm really careful because I don't want to hurt my future self. I mean, that's just so sad, no? So don't do that. Be nice and write yourself a letter. I don't know what this YouTube channel is gonna be about in future, but this is just me gossiping in my irritating voice. And I just, you know, when I edit, it's just so funny because I'd be like sitting like this and editing the video all the time, and then it's so disgusting to hear my own voice. So I really hope that you guys enjoy this video. I want to do different sort of videos, but let's see. After this, I'm going to film the first video of this channel, the intro video, and see, this is a very smart thing that I did. Like I am proud of myself. So I am shooting this video, like this is the first video that goes on my channel after the introduction video, and I'm shooting this because I don't want my intro video to be very awkward and very this and that. So this video is like the icebreaker for me, and the next video that I'll be posting, I'll be shooting, would be the introduction video. So maybe I'm wearing the same thing because I'm excited to film that. But I think I'm gonna post videos weekly, but I really need to figure out what I wanna post. Also, I have filmed really basic videos on my previous channel, something like 5 things to do in quarantine, 5 things to do to keep your mental health stable, reaction to this video, reaction to that video, cover to this song, cover to that song, and that sort of thing. So if you're interested in that kind of things, then you are not going to judge me, you can probably DM. Would I then tell you my YouTube channel? No, but still, might reveal it someday, might make it my vlog channel, might take this channel to a serious level. I don't know. I just want to pursue this one. So don't hate me, don't judge me. YouTube channels are very cringy. I know, when you first see someone, like someone you personally know, filming a YouTube video, they look disgusting and you like cringe a lot, but trust me, it'll get better with time. So keep supporting. Keep supporting. Bye. Again, I don't know what this YouTube channel. 3, 2, 1. Ew, ये बहुत ही गंदा तरीका था. Hi, in case I haven't told you, these are not my real eye color. Hi, in case I haven't told you already, these are not my real eyes. I mean, these are, but my eyes are not grey. My eyes are like pretty brown. I wish they were this grey, but they were not. So I had to turn them grey with my eye lenses, but trash.